and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, a spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Those of you that are having spiritual problems, you can get in touch with me. Those of you who need counseling, you can also get in touch with me. 237-3135. You can call my office at 237-3135. You can contact me at 339-1670. Those of you who have properties to sell or looking for a property to buy, you can also contact me. I want to say a special good night to you viewers of Real Talk in Trinidad and Tobago, up the Caribbean and around the globe. Those of you that are on our page, Real Talk page, like and share our page when we go live. Now is a good time to call your friends, message your family, tell them Real Talk is going live. Those of you on YouTube, subscribe to YouTube, TT Real Talk. Hit the bell and you will know when we go live. I want to say a special good night to you viewers. As we are about to start our program tonight, former Health Minister Dr. Ford Khan has described the opening of the CDAP pharmacy at the Kuva Medical and Multi-Training Facilities a colossal waste of a facility. The Kuva Medical and Multi-Purpose Facility was originally designed to function as a modern children's hospital, complete with burns unit. My crew visited the hospital today. However, they were not allowed to go into the compound because the hospital, was not yet open to the general public as stated yesterday. The general public is only allowed in the hospital if it is another hospital refer a patient to the Kuva hospital to get medicine or medication. So you see viewers, is only if you are referred to the Kuva hospital, only if you have a referral letter, you could then be admitted to the Kuva hospital. So I am asking you tonight, this big children hospital that are sitting there in Kuva, is it a waste of time? Or are they playing politics with the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? On the line is former Minister of Health, Mr. Ford Khan. Good night to you, sir.
Hi, good night to everyone.
Thank you for taking the time out from your busy schedule to join us on Real Talk. Now,
anytime.
What do you think about a CDAP pharmacy at the Kuva Medical and Multi-Training Facility, a colossal waste of time? What is your take on that?
Putting a pharmacy for CDAP in a major hospital makes absolutely no sense as an initial commission program. You have 275 pharmacies in Trinidad already supplying CDAP. So to boast about starting a commissioning of a hospital with CDAP makes absolutely no sense. It would have made more sense to start with things that you can't get in Trinidad, which is MRI scan, CT scan, lab reports, etc., lab blood tests. So that is how you start commissioning a hospital, laying a foundation for the other services that you're going to put in forward. So boasting about a CDAP pharmacy and say it's opening with that, it shows lack of innovation. And you're just playing politics to say we're opening something. And that's basically, that is really a waste to put a pharmacy there as a start.
Okay, next question. What would you have done differently at the Kuva hospital?
You have to start putting services in order to build on them. I would have started with the radiology section because there's a 3 Tesla MRI there. There are CT scans, up-to-date CT scans. There are ultrasound systems. There are X-ray systems. And also there's a lab there that is not being used. So I would have started off with starting the radiological section and the laboratory section before you jump to anything else. So you start investigative services. And then you could start building on that foundation for outpatient centers, etc. And so just putting a pharmacy there and say open, it shows lack of foresight and thought.
Okay, my next question to you. What do you think about part of the hospital being open to the public when the hospital was designed for the children?
That is why we call it the Kuva Children Hospital with a burn. It's supposed to have a burn center, burns unit, and because Point Jesus is very close.
Yes.
Now, changing the name, it means to say you're trying to politically push out and whitewash out something that was there before. It is reeks of politics, and I really believe that there should not be that level of unnecessary politics in health. The children need to be taken first. We were supposed to be doing specialist pediatric or children systems. The pediatric hematology, pediatric gastroenterology, pediatric surgery of a high level, pediatric cardiology. But to build that foundation, you have to have investigations. And that is where the MRI tester tree comes in, and the ultrasounds and the CT scans, and the lab tests. So before you could jump to anything, you have to put in the investigations first and give the general public that, rather than trying to tout out a pharmacy and say you're doing great, which is, I mean, it shows lack of innovation, and you really and truly don't know where you're going.
Former Minister of Health, Dr. Ford Khan, I do thank you for taking the time out to join us on Real Talk so that the public of Trinidad and Tobago could be educated on what actually is taking place there. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much for calling.
Now, viewers, that was the former health minister. Now, why would you open a hospital? Or why would you change the method of the hospital when it was originally designed for something else? Let me hear your take on that, because that hospital have been built for the children of Trinidad and Tobago. It is complete. Phone lines are open, 237-3135. Now keep in mind that you have to get a referral letter. They say it is open to the public, but you have to get an referral letter before you can go to that hospital. Now you tell me, if the hospital is open to the public, and it is a public hospital, why do I need a referral? You tell me. Let me hear from you. Because it's your tax-paying dollars that built that hospital by the former party. Tonight is not about politics. I want to let you understand that that hospital is being changed for what it was supposed to be using for. They are changing the method. And I want you, the citizen, to understand that. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed, to you and your viewers.
You're live on Real Talk, right ahead.
Yeah. That is the sense the Rowley government have. They just changed the name because of the election. And let me tell you something. Rowley government and the Kuva plan is a waste of time.
Thank you, my friend. Why would you change the use of the hospital? Why are you only admitted to the hospital by referrals letter. Why? It's supposed to be a public children's hospital. Caller, good night.
Mr. Saeed, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
What utter rubbish these people speaking for people in this country. Poor people suffering, children suffering. If you go in Mount Hope, pediatric, and see how these children suffering to see a doctor. And when you're going there to see the doctors and them talking and having a good time among themselves, and the poor infants outside crying, vomiting,
yes,
fever. You have a children's hospital with all the amenities, all the latest amenities up to date that we could take care of our children, children. And this is the rubbish. You have to pay to get a referral, Saeed. You have to go to a private doctor to get a referral. You know how much a visit for children? $200 and something is a visit for a doctor in this country to see a child. A child. They're seeing them for half price,
No.
200 and change. You understand? And we have an institution to help our underprivileged children to get proper medical attention. And these people talking crap, all of them who have money, talk that. Come on, we need to get up and let these people know what time it is. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. You see, the reason why I choose to highlight this is part of the hospital have been open to the public, but yet the public need a referral letter to enter there. That is what I am getting at, and I want you to understand what I am saying. I want you to understand that. In the first place, why you change the name? Okay? You change the name to create it as something you want. Alright? You want to change the name, no problem. You change the name. Now when you're supposed to open the hospital now, you open part of the hospital now. So, is it the children's hospital still, or is it something else? I want you, the public, to understand. We have health facilities in Trinidad where people are dying on tray. They are dying on floors. People can't get medication, proper medication when you go. But we have a hospital sitting down. Now you open part of the hospital now to the public, but the public need a referral letter in order to enter there. What madness is that? I want you all to understand what I'm saying. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Ali, the minister that you all have as a minister here, the man is a pharmacist. What you all could expect from him? He's a mosquito minister. All he good for is to see what mosquito in Trinidad and Tobago. He can't run the Ministry of Health, so he's a pharmacist. What you here is pharmacy.
Thank you, my friend. You see, I want you all to understand. You cannot walk into that hospital as you want. This is what I am bringing to you. You cannot walk in as you want. So when you tell yourself, the hospital open, no. No, you can't walk in just so. You have to get a referral letter before. So the rest of the hospital that will be opened, we just have to rock back and watch and see if we have to get referral letters to go in there too. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
These people have a pharmacist as the Minister of Health. This man I know nothing but running nothing in health. All he know about is praying for mosquito, boy. He don't know about nothing else besides praying for mosquito. The people of Trinidad and Tobago have to come out and get rid of this government once and for all in Trinidad and Tobago. And if the majority of citizens come out, Gary Griffith cannot say we need permission, because we are the people, we need law. And right now we can't wait for our representative to go to pass law for we to get permission. All of us need to come out and get them out. People in this country real suffering, boy. They're real suffering.
This is madness. This is madness. Viewers, stay locked on. We are going for a short commercial break, but we'll be right back.
Get your ad on the show that matters. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's engaging, entertaining, and straight to the point. Real Talk brings the issues of the day to the people. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's local, regional, and international. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Get your ad now. Call 1-868-237-3135 or 1-868-339-1670.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. 7 fishermen were badly beaten out at sea and their boat was stolen from them. Around midday today, one fisherman who survived out at sea told media sources that the other 6 fishermen who was badly beaten at sea, at least 3 of them have survived. The fisherman said, and I quote, "People will try to blame it on the Venezuelans." Listen carefully, let me repeat that again. The fisherman said, and I quote, "People will try to blame it on the Venezuelans, but it is Trinidadian who did this. The locals are stealing the outboard engine and selling them to the Venezuelans," end quote. Fishermen and Friends of the Sea is offering a $10,000 reward for any information leading to the arrest of the culprit and the recovery of the following missing vessels. Up to news time, I understand that some engines were found in the sea lots area. Wow, they have recovered engine in the sea lots area and 4 persons was held. Speaking with us now on the situation is the Chief Executive Officer of the Point Lisa Chambers of Commerce, Saieed Ali. Good night, sir.
Good night. First of all, allow me to correct you. It is the Kuva Point Lisa's Chamber of Commerce, and my name is pronounced Leela Darsing.
Thank you, my friend.
All right.
Now, my question to you: what is currently happening in the Point Lisa's area as it's pertaining to this fisherman issue?
Okay, allow me to back up, please, Mr. Ali.
No problem.
This is the second it is running that the Caribe Fishermen Association, headed by Mr. Imtiaz Khan, approached the Kuva Point Lisa's Chamber President, Mr. Ramchan Rajmal Maharaj, that something needs to be done to assist the fishermen in lifting their economic opportunities and economic well-being. And we came together with that body, the Kuva Chamber, as well as the Kuva Tabaki Talparo Regional Corporation, to do something at Caribe called the annual Fish Fest. It was done last year, 2018. It was the first time it was done. It was successful, and we had it again in June the 29th this year. It was a resounding success. This is an idea emanated from Mr. Ramchan Rajwal Maharaj, some members of his executive, people like Angela Govaya, Ms. Anjan Jairam, people from the Kuva Tabaki Talparo Corporation, headed by Mr. Henry Awong, and there's also a dynamic young lady working there, Natalie London, a girl from the chamber, Abigail Ramnanan, and also Imtiaz Khan. So we have had these events, and these events is to highlight and let people become aware of what is there in Caribe that have to offer the country, trying to accelerate economic diversification through agriculture by way of the fisheries industry, and to also try to assist that particular community. They are doing an economic development plan where they're thinking about a jetty, cold storage facilities, fishermen's lunch, these types of things. So this is where it started. It is a sad thing, Mr. Ali, that piracy continues to be a plague on our waters. We have had numerous reports where that is taking place. I do not know, and again, I'm not a security expert, but I am speaking about the whole issue of where these types of activities, I'm speaking crime in the broadest sense, but a subset of that is piracy. I don't know what is the level of engagement with fishermen communities and the Coast Guard. And if there was proper engagement, some of these nefarious activities may have been curtailed or prevented. People are being thrown off boats without life jackets, and how are they going to swim back to shore when they are miles offshore?
True.
Their livelihoods are being threatened because these fishermen are actually borrowing money for engines and nets and other type of equipment that they need.
Yes.
How are they going to pay that back? And that is a very critical issue because it is discouraging people from getting into these type of activities.
Now, concerning the fisherman, right?
Yes, sir.
He said that the Trinidadians would blame the Venezuelan for this issue. Now, he said it is the Trinidadians that are doing this. What is your take on this?
I cannot confirm or deny his story at all. I am saying on the whole, piracy is something that needs to be prevented because you are robbing people of their livelihoods. A fisherman depends on his net, he depends on his boat, and he depends on his engine to take him out in the sea, get the marine resources he needs and bring it to shore and market it. This needs to stop. And the Coast Guard needs to map out, along with the cooperation of the fishermen, what is taking place, where it is taking place, and start to patrol these hotspots in the water. I cannot confirm or deny whether it is Trinidadians or Venezuelans, but whatever it is, it needs to be curtailed and possibly stopped.
Mr. Dara Singh, have you got in touch with the Minister of National Security or the Coast Guard concerning patrols of Coast Guard vessels in the area on an often basis?
Well, I would say that is an effort. We need to talk to the Caribe fishermen to get their take on it. We will also see if we can bring in the corporation, but these are the three bodies working together with the chamber and decide on how we will approach both the Coast Guard and the level of the Ministry of National Security. I can't comment further on that.
Okay. Mr. Dara Singh, I want to thank you for taking the time for joining us on Real Talk to let the public know what is actually taking place. Good night to you, sir.
Good night to you, Mr. Ali.
Minister of National Security, Counter-Trafficking Unit, in collaboration with the Office of the Prime Minister and Gender and Child Affairs, have launched its safe guiding and rescuing of all humans from human trafficking at the Cara Suite Hotel and Conference Center today. Now, this is very, very good. Very, very good. I want to congratulate the Counter-Trafficking Unit in pushing forward with this. The Sahara Project Workshop seeks to Listen to this. Heighten men's awareness of the relationship between sexual solicitation and human trafficking. Increase men's understanding of the relationship between gender stereotypes and sexual solicitation and exploitation. You see, men in Trinidad, we need to understand these things. What is solicitation? What is human trafficking? What is rape? We men need to educate ourselves in this. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
Good night. Yes, Mr. Ali, the targeting we Indian people, right?
Repeat what you just said.
Targeting we Indian people.
Thank you, my friend. We also need to understand strategies and rescue to aid men to report instance of sexual solicitation and exploitation. Now I'm going to tell you something. Trini men. You see how we have these influx of Venezuelan in Trinidad? The women, they will use women to get money. They would hold them as prisoners. And when you hold them as prisoners, do as I say. Many Trini men went to Venezuela and promised women and girls a better life, office work, doctor work, take their passports, pay for their tickets. And when they come to Trinidad, it's something different. Now this is happening all over the world. All over. Caller, good night. My friend.
Mr. Ali, I'm looking boy. That's what looking bad on his side. Let me tell you something now. It's only disaster that is our in this country, boy. Something is really wrong in this countryside. We have to get rid of this man. No side, what he doing with that new hospital? He turned that into that glorified pharmacy. Millions of dollars spent to build a hospital, and he turned that into a pharmacy. And then with these fishermen, they getting no protection from the Coast Guard. It's only disaster after disaster. But Saieed, we're having a big march Friday around that Prime Minister's office. Everybody coming out. We're marching and telling him to go to the office. So send out 2 your cameras on Friday morning, 10 o'clock. A big march from the Prime Minister's office. I love turn side.
Thank you, my friend. You know, as he talking about the Prime Minister, let me just showing this for the public to understand. Remember when the Prime Minister stood on a platform and he said, you will get your money, but you might lose your job. How many of you remember that? How many of you? Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Mr. Saieed, good night. You're doing a very good job. But what I want to know, if this government not feeling shame, if you're not feeling shame, how much people bad talking him for the nonsense he's doing. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. You see the public eye is now opening. Like I said, I am not associated with the UNC. I am not associated with the PNM. I am not associated with PEP. I am not associated with any political party. So nobody cannot say, side belong to this party and side belong to that party. No, you're making a mistake. Because I will confront you and ask you, which party do I belong to? Caller, good night.
And a very, very good evening to you, Mr. Saeed.
Same to you, my friend.
And I apologize for my last call last night when I was so emotional that I almost disrespected the program. But I'd ensure that doesn't happen at all.
Accepted.
The Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, has said openly that when he works, he expects to get his pay at the end of the month.
Yes.
So, Mr. Rowley, what about the other citizens of Trinidad? When they work, they do expect to get a pay at the end of the month also? Right? Saeed, to touch quickly on the Minister of Health, and I'm going to use the word alleged to protect myself and to protect this studio. It is alleged he is originally from Kearney. It is alleged that when he graduated as a pharmacologist, his father opened a pharmacy for him and he ran it to a bus. It is also alleged that his father opened a second pharmacy, he ran that to a bus. It is also alleged that he opened a third pharmacy, he ran that to a bus. His father used to run a little bar. And when he was in dire straits and in need of money to become afloat again, he decided, it is alleged, that he burned down the bar. And what the people in the Kearney area was most upset about is that the dogs that was chained wherever they were remained to perish in the fire. It was alleged. So they can't take you to task, they can't take me to task. All the best, have a great evening.
Thank you, my friend. And that is news to many people is in Trinidad and Tobago. UTT's chairman, Professor Clement Imbert, said that the restructuring exercise at the UTT has to undergo will see 200 non-academic staff being sent home. Let me read it again. Restructuring exercise that UTT has to undergo will see 200 non-academic staff being sent home. He said that this is to ensure that the institute survives. I hope all are listening carefully, you know. I hope all are listening carefully to the minister. You all will get your money, but you may lose your job. Some people doesn't like to hear the past, you know, because it has hurt them. The chairman noted that the staff at the level of managers and above will also be laid off. So managers, are going home? He noted that by laying off almost 200 staff members will reduce UTT's payroll by $2 million TT dollars every month. Come back. So when you're here, Imbert come out and say, now let me give you a quick figure, that's $2 million per month. 10 to 20, 22, $24 million by restructuring UTT. Who was on the breadline to save 24 million TT? 200 people, 200 human beings lost their job. So the government could save $24 million every 12 months from UTT. So the next time you hear Colin Imbert, the Minister of Finance, jump up in your media briefing and say, we saved 24 million in UTT. I want somebody to remind him 200 people went home. That is 200 people's house might be taken. That is 200 people's car might be taken. That is 200 families that cannot put food on the table for their children. So the next time all you want to know what Real Talk bringing to the table, I am educating you So when you decide to march and you decide to protest, you know exactly what you're protesting for. You know exactly what you're marching for. So when the illiterate callers call in and say, Said, here's a PNM and here's a UNC and this is a PNM show and this is a UNC show, when 200 persons go home and 200 persons may lose their house, what party do they belong to? I just tell people, when I come here, when these cameras start rolling, it's the raw facts you will be getting. And it's the raw issue I just be dealing with. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Zaid.
Go right ahead, my friend.
This is from Mr. Rowley. Mr. Rowley, you will be fired next year. You and the whole PNM will be fired, and you'll be going home. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. You see, it's the issue we are dealing with. Is the issue we are dealing with. How many of you, Mark, tell us something. How many of you could face reality knowing you have a child, knowing you have a wife, knowing you have a loan to pay, and the bank calls you in? Hello, Mr. John Doe. We would like you to come into our financial institute to have a meeting with our managers, please, at so-and-so date, at so-and-so time. And we, the individual, will say, okay, I will try to make myself available for that appointment. Thank you. And they hang up. When you're going to the financial institute now, they will present a letter before you. You have 90 days. You have 60 days. As a case, an individual by me 2 days back, he got 10 days. He got 10 days to leave his home. Because the bank is going to repossess it. Eh? His wife came by me. He came by me. And they sat in front of me. And both of them cried. Both of them cried. Now, who is going to fix that for them now? Who is going to fix that for them? While we have a man saying, we raise gas once and they're a riot, we raise gas 2 times and they're a riot, but a family will lose their home in 10 days. Wife sat there and cried. That could happen to any one of you, 1.4 million people in Trinidad. It could happen. Former Minister of Communication, Stuart Young, responded to a question by the media today on losing his portfolio as Minister of Communication. He also congratulated Ms. Donna Cox on becoming the new Minister of Communication and Senator.
Do you think it was a good move by the Prime Minister?
At the end of the day, the Prime Minister is the wise one. The Prime Minister knows what he's doing. I never doubt that. But what I'd like to say is, yes, it is less responsibility, but at no point in time did it take away from the emphasis and the focus that I was placing on national security. I mean, so from that perspective, I don't think people, are right to think that all of a sudden now there are going to be miracles happening, because national security was my primary focus and emphasis. But it's good to have someone else in charge of communications, and I'm sure that Ms. Cox, who has a lot of experience, will do a tremendous.
Well, I guess he's out of the hot seat. It's sad, It's sad to see what is taking place in this little country with 1.4 million people, you know. It is sad to see that there's no production in Trinidad, you know. It is sad to see that nothing is opening up. It is sad to see that we cannot get medicine in our hospital. It is sad to see that the escalating crime in Trinidad and Tobago. It is sad to see the escalating murders in Trinidad and Tobago. It is sad to see outsiders are coming in Trinidad and Tobago and IDC is not doing anything. Oh, wait. Pull back a little bit. Let me give you a little hint. I got information that an immigration officer is going to take some dollars to backdate some documents for an illegal immigrant that is staying in Trinidad. A police officer is sanctioning that shot. You know why I decided to light them up? Because I want to let you know that I'm watching all you. And the day that individual gets citizenship for Trinidad and Tobago, I will mash up the police. I will mash up the individual. And I will mash up the immigration officer. You want to make extra money? Perform extra duties. Work longer. Let me tell you something. A businessman in Trinidad. The man is a tycoon in Trinidad. That's how big the man is. Told a friend, if it's one individual they can't touch in Trinidad, is this MAGA Indian with his be on TV. I am not for sale, because I got to tell you something. People just come to me because of the fact that I just do spiritual work. People just come to me with money in a large amount, 100,000, 150,000. Saeed, because of the fact that we hear about you and we found out certain things about you, I am giving you this 100,000 to do so and so for me. You know what I just do? I will check your money. And when I don't check it, I will fold it back in the envelope and I will tell you this belongs to you. The faster you leave my place is the faster I will sit comfortable on my chair. That's for you to understand who I am. And people around me just notice that. When I born into this world, I didn't walk, God didn't bless me with $100 in my hand. When I come out of my mommy womb, I didn't come out with money in my hand. I come out with my hand closed. And fast as I grow in life, month after month, weeks after weeks, year after year, God started to open my hand. And he started to bless me with wealth. And he started to bless me with health. And he blessed me with a wife. And he blessed me with children. And he blessed me to do spiritual work. So if he blessed me all them things, don't play all that coming around me, you know. I different. Caller, good night.
Yes, good night again.
Go right ahead.
What happened to the minister? What Rowley said, that was his Gary Sobers. What happened? He got bowled out.
He got bowled out.
Yes, Rowley have all of them like puppets. He just pulling the string. Where the hell he gone pull Donna Cox from after they get rid of her from the PNM? They're pulling Cox to what? To help him, but he's the all-rounder. He shouldn't bring in Cox and let's waste her space to come on there and draw a big salary and a pension. They bring her in for a pension or what, Saeed? That's all I could put it to.
Thank you, my dear. Mr. David Adams. Mr. David Adams. Do you like your name calling on television? Because if you like your name calling on television, I will call your name every night, you know. Please get in touch with me, sir. Caller, good night. Caller? I want to thank every individual who have contributed thus far to the family that is living in Rig Road in Barapo. Now, a lot of individuals is against me because I highlighted the matter with the family living in their downstream condition. They feel I playing for fame. But you see, the thing is, I was already famous before I reached TV. I was already popular, local and regional before I reached TV. I was already given out to the public. I don't play for political mileage. Caller, good night. I don't play for political mileage. You know what I display for? You know what I display for? I display for the betterment of citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. For the betterment. I don't play for money to come in my pocket, you know. My God has blessed me with money coming in my pocket. Hence the reason why 15, 16 months on the air, and I have never asked one individual to contribute to Real Talk or to put an ad on Real Talk so I could pay synergy. You understand? Friday, I highlighted the Barapo family. Tomorrow, an individual from a height. He is high up in authority. Is coming to visit me tomorrow concerning the family in Barapo. High up he is. High up. Hear what happened this morning, eh? Coming up the road this morning, I called the councillor for the penal DB, the chairman for the corporation. I called him and I said, sir, good morning to you. If there is any problem with the land concerning the individual have to come by you to sign any document, would you be of assistance? You know what he said to me? You want to know what he said to me? He said to me, I hear you asking the public for cash to pay laborers. I said to him, Saieed Ali said to him, I hear a ply house that I want to construct, and I hung up the phone on him. And I hung up the phone on him. I call you to ask you something. And that's where you go look to tell me? Unless the corporation I got some info. When I visited the lady today to let her know by tomorrow she will be in her new apartment thanks to Toby, who contributed an apartment building, furnish and groceries for her until she is ready to go back into her new home when it is finished. She said, Saeed, my cameraman was there. And a good friend of mine was there. When she got the paper that the individual gave her before the police come and take it back from her, she went for help. When she went to her counselor, the counselor said, she told her, the person in Barapa told the counselor, ma'am, I need my house repair. Can you assist me in any way? I tell you today, when I visited her today, she told me that. She said, I asked the counselor. You see, me no business about counselor. As long as you hear you playing for political moves and political gains, I don't want to hear from you, The counselor told her, vote for me. Poor lady say, ma'am, I need a little assistance in finishing my house or repairing my house. Can you assist me? Counselor said, vote for me. Now, when the counselor reached in power, according to the lady, now listen to this, This is according to the lady, right? I was there today. She said, when she asked the lady again, she said, I don't fix houses, I fix roads. I am saying after the woman who I visited today You want to know something better? When I visited the side, this is in Barapo, Listen carefully. This is in Barapo. Penal police jeep pull up. Penal police jeep pull up. And I was there relaxing, talking to Tanti, informing Tanti, well, tomorrow will be You'll be going to a new apartment and stuff. The officer looked to ask me now. Officer looked to ask me now if I related to the lady. Penal police, you know. The penal police, 2 officers and the jeep leave penal, come up in Barapo. Barapo have a big police station, you know. They leave penal, to come up in Barapo. You know what the officer say? We're making a pass for safety. For safety. So what happened to the Barapo station? What happened to the Barapo police? Them cripple out. I tell all you something. It's a political move. Don't play mad wrong me, no. Don't bounce all your head, you know. Don't bounce all your head, you know. Because I am not one of them normal individuals that be walking the road, you know. I'm letting all you know. So I want to know now, when I ask in the public, how come the penal police jeep leave quite penal to come quite Barapo on a side to make sure there is safety? What happened to the Barapo police? I'm not bad talking them, you know. I'm showing all of the distance from quite penal to come all the way up in Barapo to make sure there is safety. Huh? And the Barapo police is about 6 minutes drive away. All the time Saieed going. All the time Saieed going, police are, penal police are reach. But as I reach today, I hear man say Saieed reach, you know. A little while after, penal police reach. I don't play games around me, you know. Because I will have all the playing hopscotch in the center of the road, you know. Viewers, we are out of time for tonight, but join me tomorrow night. Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Synergy TV from 7 to 8. A rerun of this program is at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Be safe. Enjoy your night.